Welcome to my channel, everyone. I'm Alexis Lopez TCG, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Chapter 4 Lorcana starter decks. So we're looking at these two new starter decks. We have Sapphire and Steel, and then we're going to have the other one, which is the Amber Amethyst, which is also including the new cards from the Encanto movies coming in to this set. Not only do we have the two starter decks, I did pick up a booster pack, so we can open that as well. Obviously, each starter deck does come with booster packs inside. We're going to be looking through the starter decks, seeing the synergies available in these decks, and also seeing what cards are probably going to be taking out of these decks and using for other meta decks, especially for store championships, now that we know that every set is going to be having a store championship. And of course, all the Disney challenges coming out, they release pricing and all that, so people are going to be doing more competitive. So we're going to see what the synergies are in starter decks by themselves, and then what cards we're probably going to be pulling out to be including in meta deck. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course, hit that bell notification to notify you guys of all the videos as they come out. Please look forward to this Friday. We're going to have a Chapter 4 booster box opening for you guys. We're going to, again, go and take our time through those cards, see what they do, and then, of course, hope we can get some more meta cards and some legendaries, and you never know, maybe we pull an enchanted. And without further ado, let's jump into the starter decks and see what we get. Alright, so before we actually do starter decks, we're going to go ahead and do this booster pack, see what we have. After we open each starter deck, we're going to look at those booster packs and see what we get in those. So starting off right off the bat, one of the things that's coming back in Chapter 4 is the art cards that we have. This time, instead of just being 4 art cards that we're looking for, we're going to be looking for a little bit more. I think it's about 12 to have a bigger portrait now with these booster packs. So it's going to take a little bit longer to collect those cards, but a lot of people were really bummed out that Chapter 3 didn't have them, but Chapter 4 now has them again. So the first card that we see for Chapter 4 is Fa Zhu, Mulan's father. It's a 2 cost inkable, 0/4. This character cannot challenge. And head of household, you can exert it. Ready chosen character named Mulan. She can't quest for the rest of this turn. So that's when you want to bring in and make sure that you have Mulan that can challenge, quest with her right away. Exert this, get it ready, and then let her challenge. That's a good synergy, of course, with the Mulan decks, and this gives you the chance at 1 lower. Luisa Madrigal, we're going to definitely see her in the Encanto starter decks, but she's a 4 cost, not inkable, 4/3 with Rush, and a chance at 1 lower. Hey, we have Baby Pegasus here. 1 cost, inkable, 1/1. It's evasive and a chance for 1 lower. We have Olaf, 1 cost, inkable, 1/2 with support, and of course, chance for 1 lower. Support is actually going to be getting a lot of support in this chapter. You're going to have a lot more cards bringing in support. It's going to be a little bit more viable. I have a coworker who's really excited to make support a big part of their engine coming in for the new competitive season. So support is going to be bigger this season around, and I expect to see at least 1 or 2 meta decks really pushing support this time. We have Max Loyal Shepherd, which is a 3 cost inkable, 4/3. If you have a character named Prince Eric in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this character, chance of 1 lower. Our first location for Chapter 4 is Thebes, or Thieves, the Big Olive. It's a 2 cost inkable, 1 location cost, 7 willpower. If you can make it here, during your turn, whenever a character banishes another character in a challenge while here, gain 2 lore. It's already in Steel, so I'm definitely thinking this is going to be used in Steel deck, especially when it comes to challenging and being able to have resist on top of that, just to gain an extra 2 lore on this. I feel like this location is going to be one that you're going to see in a lot of decks as well. Maybe not 4 ofs, but definitely at least 1 or 2. First uncommon is a 2 cost Khan Beloved Steed. It's a 3/2 with 1 lore. We have our second uncommon here, Great Stone Dragon, 3 cost inkable. This item enters play exerted. You can exert it, and you put a character card from your discard into your inkwell face down and exert it. So making the synergy very much alive with inkwells and items in blue or sapphire. So expect to see kind of one or another copy shifted into meta for that color. Li Shang, 5 cost inkable, 5/5, 2 lore. Hey, we have our first rare here in the pack. It's a 4 cost inkable, the Muses. It's a 2/4, and this has ward. The gospel truth: whenever you play a song, you may return a chosen character with 2 strength or less to their player's hand. So it's going to be definitely used for bringing in smaller creatures, and of course stuff like the Curse Morpho or the morph itself into the actual hand, which then again you can play. It's really easy to play those and then shift into other stuff you're playing the morph, or have different synergies with the Curse Morpho for the Emerald deck. So very, very nice, and of course chance at 1 lore. Nice, we get our first legendary in our first pack that we're opening up for chapter 4, and it's one of the best ones, at least theme wise, that I really enjoy, and it's Donald Duck Buccaneer. 4 ink cost, inkable, 3 and a 4. During your turn, whenever this character banishes a character in a challenge, your other characters get +1 lore this turn. This only has a chance of getting 1 lore, but you're going to try to again use it again more with resist, have some different synergies going. Maybe put it in that location we saw earlier, challenge, gain the 2 lore, plus it banishes another character, your other characters gain lore. Very, very fun. A lot of people really like Donald Duck in the play pod that I play with at work. They just really like the synergy, and of course Donald being Donald, it's just a lot of fun. So this is a legendary a lot of people are looking forward to seeing, and I'm really happy that we pulled it right away in our first little booster. And our first foil for chapter 4 is a common 1 ink cost, inkable, Fali, 1 and a 3, and chance at 1 lore. So very, very straightforward card, but it is a 1 ink cost and it's inkable, so you can use it as much as you can. And of course, the art card that we saw earlier, and we do get the face of Ursula. So actually not bad for the first pack that we look at, but let's jump in. Starter decks. So we're gonna start off with the Steel Sapphire deck here that we have. Of course, Steel Sapphire, always good synergy. And we're gonna be seeing a lot of people trying to figure out different ways to use them, but we're going to see exactly what synergies are available in this starter deck. All right, so within the box itself, we get the actual deck. We have the pack that comes with the deck. We have the quick start rules. We have the little simplified thing for the playmats here. And then we have the tokens that we can use, the lore counter, and then the damage tokens that you use, and then damage tokens in the back part as well. So, always trying their best to ship everything inside that we can use. I myself am a big fan of keeping at least one starter deck of each together. When people come over and they're like, hey, you know, I've never played it. How do you play it? Easy. Let's bring out some starter decks and let's play, check it out, see how we do. Then I buy another one to just break it up and upgrade it as well, just to be able to kind of bring with me or check out the different synergies that I like that I want to use. So big way to also get a good base of cards with your starter deck. So 1 pack, starter deck, the quick start rules. So one of the things about the quick start rules, obviously they do a good job, like telling you where to go play, how to learn, different characters that are in here, how items work. So it's a good breakdown of each card. They do have, of course, ever since chapter 3, location cards, how they work, the different rarities. Of course, Enchanted is the rarest one of all. We haven't been able to get those in this packs yet. We weren't lucky with chapter 3 either, but I honestly think it's a great little quick start sheet, and it's not that bad at teaching you how to play the game. You know, other games that I've played have always been a little bit more cohesive, like not as cohesive when it comes to learning. And this also gives you a good little quick guide at the end, how to play the actual starter deck that you have with it. So this one tells you how to play the Sapphire and Steel deck. It tells you that, of course, one of the things is you want to give your other heroes +1 lore to do accomplishments with Anna True-Hearted. You have Prince Philip, Gallant Defender. It's bringing the support ability and the resist ability. So it's like gives you this different synergies within this deck. So let's go ahead and check out the deck, and after that, open up the booster pack. Yeah, we're looking here at Anna True-Hearted. It's a 2/4 super rare, and it says, let me help you. Whenever this character quests, your other hero characters get +1 lore this turn. So not only does this character gain 2 lore by her own, when she does quest, she also gives other hero characters +1. So now this is also bringing in something that's very specific for some cards where they like only interact with villains, only interact with pirates. This one's only interacting in this case with hero characters. The rare here, it's another chapter 4 here in Hercules. It's a rare for 16 cost inkable, 6 and a 5. This is a bodyguard. and resist +1, plus the chance of gaining 2 lore. Here we see another Anna. It's a 2 ink cost, inkable 1/4. If you have another hero character in play, this character gets +1 lore. So we're quickly seeing the synergy already within the Sapphire cards in this, especially the Annas. It's all about having the +1 lore and having the hero synergy within the deck. So that's one of the ways you can kind of look at it. Of course, we do get 3 cards. We don't get a full play set of them, but it's a good way to kind of have different starters. See, we see Basil here from Chapter 2 coming in. We see Aurora from Chapter 1. This is a new Chapter 4 card as well, which is Aurora, Tranquil Princess. 2 ink cost inkable, 1 and a 3. Has Ward, which is very good, can't easily remove it. And it also is a hero card. So you might think, why are they including this? It's not really a lot, but the hero synergy there, it was really work. Plus it's Ward, so it can't get removed as quickly by chosen, like targeted things. It does also give you the chance of gaining 1 lore, but mostly you want to use this to have synergy with the other hero cards in the deck. Transformed Chef here, 4 ink cost, inkable 33. When you play this character, remove the 2 damage from chosen character and the chance at 2 lore. So it's kind of bringing some of the Amber synergy within the Sapphire deck of removing the 2 actual damage. So very nice. It's not a hero card, so again, this is mostly something you want to bring in either to ink at a chance of 2 lore, which is very good, or of course healing your other characters in the steel that are challenging that we saw, like the Hercules before, or the Bodyguard itself. Flounder, he's growing some hair here. 3 ink cost, inkable 2/2, and this is where the support also comes in. If you have a character named Ariel in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this character and chance of 2 lore. Pascal, this is another time we see him. We first saw him in Chapter 1 with the Amethyst, having the chance of being evasive with other ways here. But here we're seeing it synergize. So when you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. So it's a very powerful scry effect if you play Magic the Gathering. It gives you the chance, of course, to look at the top 3 cards, order them any way you like, and then of course draw them in those turns, knowing what to expect, and of course a chance at 1 lore. So very nice. Prince Philip, we have the rare here from Chapter 4. 3 ink cost, inkable. It's a hero as well. Has a support ability, and whenever one of your characters is chosen for support, they also gain resist +1 this turn and a chance at 2 lore. So again, support and resist are very big in this. Again, we have Steel and Sapphire within the deck, so we see this energy already improving. We see the Mickey Mouse from Chapter 1. Rapunzel, 5 ink cost, inkable, 3 and a 5. Hero as well. While you have a character named Pascal in play, this character gains Ward, and it's a chance at 3 ink cost. Very nice. So having a Pascal and Sapphire and Amethyst, we might see an actual Amethyst Sapphire deck really working well together. Obviously, it depends on how much everything else synergizes together, but we already see having Pascals and seeing Pascal already in Amethyst. We're going to be seeing that probably as part of this combination as well moving forward. Hisu, this is pretty straightforward. 6 ink cost, inkable 6/6, and chance of 2 lore. Dig a little deeper. So this is a very high cost card, but it's 8 ink cost. Sing together. That's why this is very costly. This is a new mechanic they're bringing forward for Chapter 4, which is Sing Together. It tells you that any number of you or your teammates' characters with total cost 8 or more may tap or exert to sing this song for free. When you do, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, put 2 in your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. It's a very powerful card. Now, what's also interesting about this card, it says that any number of you or your teammate characters can, with a total cost of 8 or more, may sing to sing the song for free. So that means you combine characters to get 8 actual ink costs to sing it in, but it also says your teammates. So that's actually very interesting because it continues with the trend of mentioning multiplayer actual games without really having more rules specifically for multiplayer. This is really interesting for us because at work we actually play for free for all, or we have been actually experimenting and playing with 2 versus 2, and it's been a lot of fun, kind of synergizing and testing out those ways to like have 2 of us like on the same team playing against 2 other people and having things like this sync together. When we saw that, we were very excited because we're like, oh wow, that actually works really well in how we play the game at work. So having a sync together mechanic I'm definitely going to be expecting to see more multiplayer, whether it be side events at the challenges for all the places that are coming up. Of course, more local ways to play the game. It's going to be a lot of fun here. So we get 2 of those. Sell them as they seem. It's a 2 ink cost inkable. It's an action song. So chosen character gets -3 strength this turn. Aladdin, 1 ink cost, 1 and a 3, and chance of 1 lore. Inkable as well. Ariel, here we go, more synergy. So the Aladdin, of course, storyborn hero. Ariel here is also a storyborn hero and princess. It's a 3 ink cost inkable, 2 and a 4. Whenever you play a song, you may draw a card and then choose and discard a card and gain a chance of 1 lore. So bringing some of the synergy for the draw engine, very good. One of the hardest things about this game is having good actual draw engines, because you quickly run out of cards in your hand. So this is a great way to kind of get that going for this deck. This is a Chapter 3 Kaido. Chapter 4 card here in Li Shang. 5 ink cost inkable, 5/5, chance of 2 lore. Straightforward. But it is also a hero. So again, you pay attention to the hero synergies to see how you can maximize that effect with those cards that actually get the support or the synergy with the hero card. So for example, this one's just a storyborn and an ally, but not a hero. 3 ink cost, inkable, 3/3. Your hero characters though do get +1 more strength when this is on the field, and of course the chance to get 1 lore. Whoa, this is a great art in this new Mickey Mouse card. Mickey Mouse, 2 ink cost, inkable. It's a standard bearer, 1 and a 3, storyborn hero. When you play this character, chosen character gets challenger +2 this turn, and of course a chance at 1 lore. Robin Hood's Chapter 3. We have Mulan here for storyborn hero princess. This is a 4 ink cost inkable, 3 and a 6, and a chance at 1 lore. Collectides, we get 4 ink cost inkable, 2 and a 3. Your hero characters gain challenger +1. Whenever you play a hero character, gain 1 lore, and of course you get the chance of gaining 2 lore. So again, you see the synergies already with the starter deck. Not only does it have support, does it give resist to different things, but hero is a big part of the synergies here. So while this card is storyborn ally, your other hero characters do get something out of this card, and a good benefit at that. One Last Hope, 3 ink cost, is an action song. So chosen character gains resist +2 until the start of your next turn. If a hero character is chosen, they may also challenge ready characters this turn. That's very big. Normally you can only challenge characters that they're exerted, but this time, using this card, you actually can choose a hero character of yours, and they can challenge other characters even if they're ready. So very good way to have some removal on the board. It also gets resist +2 on your side, so when you're doing the damage, you take 2 damage less. It's a great way to have different effects of removing stuff without getting hurt so much. And of course, you bring it in with the other cards that let you heal your actual Sapphire cards and the Steel cards that you have. Very good way to kind of implement that combo together. Works very well. Smash here, removal from Chapter 1. Imperial Bow, 2 ink cost, inkable. It's an item, so this stays on the board. It doesn't go right away as soon as you use it, like an action or song does. Within range, so you exert it and you pay 1 ink. Chosen hero character gains challenger +2 and evasive this turn. So that's very important. There's a lot of evasive cards out there. A lot of the cards we have seen here did not have evasive. Evasive characters can only be challenged by other evasive characters. So this gives chosen hero characters on your end challenger, plus it also gives them evasive. It's really good because it's an item card. So you can keep using it every time if the opponent in front of you is only playing mostly evasive cards and they think they have a free way to get through. Now you have a way to make sure that each and every turn you're able to challenge evasive characters with this item. Very good one. Of course, we saw Thieves, which is the location that we saw when we opened up the pack. So again, very good. And I expect people, especially in Steel, to use this card even if it's a one-of. It's a very good card. Having the chance to challenge while here and then banish another character, and if you do, gain 2 lore. Very interesting. It's a very good way to using the synergy within this starter deck. So again, going through the new Sapphire Steel starter deck here, we do see that hero is a big part of the strategy. We see that support, and we see that resist is also a big part of the strategy going through with the Sapphire deck. Excuse me, the Sapphire cards and the Steel cards. So that's a good way to look at it, how you want to set up the combos with the starter deck and how you want to see keep going. Plus, trying your hand at singing together or dig a little deeper and seeing how much you can pull through the top cards there at your deck. So now it's time to check out what's in the booster pack for this starter deck. We got one legendary already, which is really good. Usually I was seeing like the average of a booster box is like 4 legendaries per box. So having one legendary already in an actual pack was really good. All right, so as you can see here, we have the other side of another art card. So very good. All right, Tuk. 2 ink cost inkable, 2 and a 3, Storyborn Ally, chance at 1 lore. Record player, it's a 2 ink cost inkable item. Whenever you play a song, chosen character gets -2 power, -2 strength until the start of your next turn. And your character's name Stitch count as having +1 cost to its sing songs. So that means if you have a Stitch that costs 3 ink cost to play, it actually can sing songs up to 4 because of the fact that this item gives your character's name Stitch 1 more plus cost to sing songs. So we're going to be seeing singing songs as part of the mechanic, taking off even more so than before. 4 ink cost inkable Benja, Bold Uniter, 5/3 with chance of 1 lore. Luisa Madrigal, which we've seen already. Hey, we see a Jack, Connoisseur of Climbing. So this is a 3 ink cost inkable, 1 and a 4. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gains Reckless during their next turn, which means they can't quest and must challenge if able. And you also get chance at 2 lore. Aladdin, which we saw in the starter deck. Pain, so 3 ink cost inkable, 2 and a 4, chance at 2 lore. Pretty straightforward uncommon here. Dig a little deeper, which of course we saw as well. The Mob Song, so this is yet another one with Sing Together. This is a 10 ink cost non-inkable action song. It's a Sing Together 10 because of course it costs 10. This lets you deal 3 damage to up to 3 chosen characters and or locations. So this card is going to be good. One of the ways that I can see people using it right away, it is coming in the steel color, which means that you're going to have a lot of steel cards in your side, right? And sure, they're going to have resist, they're probably going to have ward here and there. But the thing that you definitely do not see a lot of in steel is evasive. So one of the ways that I can see you using this is to actually deal 3 damage up to 3 chosen characters with the evasive keyword on the other side. If you have nothing else to attack those evasive cards and get through to them and destroy them, this card lets you do that while still having to exert your characters, but you get to choose in which way the damage is presented. Plus, if you use this, you're able to do damage to locations as well. So again, very good synergy, especially if you don't want to attack directly for whatever reason, or if you can't attack directly for whatever reason, being that you have the chance at hitting evasive characters, or maybe your characters finally got ready, but you don't want to attack with them because they will get, they will get banished if they do. You go ahead and use this card to do that damage. Hell yeah. So sorry, I'm a big fan of Goofy, and I'm very happy to see more Goofy cards in this set. It's a 4 ink cost, not inkable, 3/4. Whenever you play a character with Bodyguard, ready this character. He cannot quest for the rest of his turn, but he can challenge, of course, and the chance at 2 lore. I really looking forward to seeing if I can get a Super Goof enchanted. I don't know if I can, but that's like the first card that I'm really like chasing for, and seeing if anything goes. I might have to just pick up that single, because that enchanted Super Goof, pretty fantastic card. We have LeFou here, 3 ink cost inkable, 2 and a 3. During your turn, you may play this character for free if an opposing character was banished in a challenge this turn. So now we're also seeing synergy with just destroying characters, giving you the chance at free spells. That's very powerful, and it's 1 lore. We do here have a foil common, 2 ink cost inkable, Madrigal, 2/2, and of course has support and the chance at 1 lore. Very fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what more cards we have in Chapter 4. All right, let's go ahead and look through the other starter deck in the Amber Amethyst deck, which is of course the deck that they introduced a lot of the Encanto characters. All right, so same as before, we're gonna get the starter deck itself, the tokens, one booster pack, and of course the quick start rules and the playmat use. So looking at the quick start, let's see what synergies will be available in this one. So this tells you that Maribel Madrigal, gift of the family, helps her family shine. So whenever she quests, she gives her family members +1 lore for turn, letting you gain lore much quicker, and support ability straightens another area characters whenever she quests. We also see Luisa Madrigal, which we've seen already, magically strong, always willing to rush in for help. And of course, you have Mirabel's mother, aunt, and uncle, also tends to communicate in their own ways. So, Julieta Madrigal, excellent cook, using her amazing recipes to remove 2 damage from her character, while Pepa Madrigal helps turn the winds in favor by exerting an opposing character and keeping them exerted until your next turn, which is very good because it means that you can exert characters and they can't challenge, or more importantly, they can't quest. So, very, very good. Plus, they can't use abilities that they have to exert for. So, very, very good use if you're able to kind of have that, because it lasts the whole turn and not just exerting them on their own turn, which, you know, can mean you want to challenge them or not. All right. Now, one of the cards that I'm most interested in this actual starter deck, and the reason why I'm trying to read through a lot of this one compared to the other one, is that we have Bruno Madrigal out of the shadows, and he can safely return a character to your hand if they're banished in a challenge, ensuring them a second chance at a bright future. So it's a very, very good way to kind of get more cards into your hand, especially if they've just been banished. Bruno, I think, is going to be a powerful card that we're going to see more use of. But after this pack, after the starter deck, we'll open up the pack and let's see what's in here. All right, so we do see a foil in the super rare here, 5 ink cost, not inkable, Maribel Madrigal, 3 and a 5, has support, and whenever this character quests, your other Madrigal characters get +1 lore this turn and a chance at 2 lore. You have 5 ink cost Bruno Madrigal, 4 and a 5, not inkable. When you play this character, chosen character gains when this character is banished in a challenge. You may return this card to your hand this turn. So it's very, very nice. So that is an effect that stays on that card after you've played this card in. So it doesn't go away in 1 turn or anything like that. Let's see. And actually, no, I'm sorry. When you play this character, chosen character gains this result this turn. So they only get it this turn. So you want to use that character to challenge with, especially like your rush characters or stuff like that, because if it does get banished, it still will come back straight to your hand when in this turn. So very, very good effect in that use. We have Agustin Madrigal, 1 ink cost, inkable, 2/2, chance at 1 lore. We have Ariel. It's a 4 ink cost, inkable, 3/3, but this character counts as a cast 7 to sing song. It's a singer 7. So you've seen Ariel have a lot of singing effects, and this time we've seen it even more powerful in a singer 7 Ariel with chance of 2 lore. We've seen a lot of Ariels be used in a lot of Steel Song decks, specifically because of the ability to be able to sing higher than the ink cost it has. This is a 3 ink cost inkable Felix Madrigal, 2 and a 4, chance of 2 lore. We have a 3 ink cost inkable Julieta Madrigal, 1 and a 4. When you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. If you remove damage this way, you may draw a card. So it doesn't let you draw a card for each damage removed, but it does let you draw a card if you've removed damage. So still very, very good card. You heal up a little bit and you get to draw a card. Very nice. Chance at 1 lore. Hey, it's another Mickey Mouse here. 4 ink cost inkable, 2 and a 5. It has a support keyword, and when you play this character, chosen character gains support this turn. So you can expand the support when you play this character as well. You see Sebastian from Chapter 1. This is the foil Maribel Madrigal that we saw earlier. Broly from Chapter 3. This is a new Prince Eric. This is a 3 ink cost inkable, 3 and a 3. It has bodyguard. so it can come in exerted if you wish, or chance at 1 lore. Nice, this is a Stitch. 2 ink cost inkable, 2 and 3, and the chance at 1 lore. This is Heal What's Been Hurt from Chapter 3. Healing Glow from Chapter 1. This is a new rare in Chapter 4. 7 ink cost inkable. Look at this family. This is another action song that you can sing together for 7. And look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 2 character cards and put them in your hand. Put the rest of the bottom in your deck in any order. Very nice. Lost in the Woods. 4 ink cost inkable. Action song. All opposing characters get -2 strength until the start of your next turn. So again, until the start of your next turn. Antonio Madrigal is a 3 ink cost 3/4 with chance at 1 lore. We see Elsa from Chapter 1. Camilo Madrigal, 4 ink cost inkable, 2 and 5. At the start of your turn, you may choose one. This character gets +1 lore this turn, or this character gains Challenger +2 this turn, and the chance at 1 lore. So it's very cool to have a different effects on your character at the start of your turn. We have Dolores Madrigal, which is a 4 ink cost inkable, 3 and 3. When you play this character, if an opponent has an exerted character in play, you may draw a card, and a chance of gaining 2 lore. So again, this is one of the cards you want to play with the card that it exerts the other character, if the case they don't have any exerted. And then you play this card in order to draw that card to get the effect and the combo of this card. So very, very nice. Hey Hey from Chapter 2. We have Isabela Madrigal. It's a rare, so it's a 5 ink cost inkable, 3 and 4. It has evasive, so the first evasive we've seen in the starter deck. During your turn, if no other character has quested this turn, this character gets +3 lore. Whenever this character quests, your other characters can't quest for the rest of this turn. So if you don't have enough characters that give you 3 lore on top of this card, which would be 4 with this card combined, then you want to just quest with this character in order to get the full 4 lore right off the bat, and use the other cards to challenge with if you must, or if you can. Again, this, because once you quest with this, you can't. So it's like kind of the simple math you want to do. It's like, do you get more lore by questing with this alone, or do you get more lore by questing with everything else together, or doing other stuff together? Luisa Madrigal, which of course we've seen, and it has Rush. Marshmallow, 3 ink cost, not inkable, 0/3. This character gets +1 strength for each card in your hand. So very powerful card if you have a lot of cards in your hand, but quickly we see that as the game goes on, you have less and less cards in your hand, so you might want to have a draw engine if you're using that card specifically. This is a rare 5 ink cost, not inkable, Pepa Madrigal, 1 out of 5. When you play this character, you may exert chosen opposing character. That character can't ready at the start of the next turn unless they're at a location, and they have a chance of gaining 1 lore. So play this to exert the other characters, bring in the other one to draw a card because the character is exerted. But this is also a way to make sure that if they don't have a location, they have to have a location in order to kind of get rid of the effect. Or if you see a location on the other side first, get rid of the location so that this full use of this card can go through. The Queen from Chapter 3. We have TikTok. So it's a 6 ink cost, inkable, 4 and 7, evasive, 1 lore. 4 Unfortunate Souls. 2 ink cost, inkable, action song. So return chosen character, item, or location with cost 2 or less to their player's hand. So very nice, good way to get rid of stuff. Synergy on your board there, especially if you want to remove something that has damage on it. We have Casa Madrigal. This is 1 ink cost, inkable, 1 location cost, 6 willpower. At the start of your turn, if you have a character here, gain 1 lore. So you only have to have 1 character in order to gain lore here. So you do want to make sure you have something here and not just play this without any actual way of getting a character here, because then you're just going to be missing out on lore for no reason. And we have 3 of those as well. So we didn't see as much synergy in this one, of course, like with the actual type. Obviously the other one was like, hey, a lot of hero support, a lot of hero synergy going through into it, to getting the ward, getting the resist, getting the support, and having different ways to do things. This one we saw more of the support synergy coming through. We have ways of exerting the characters, getting draws off of that. We have ways of pumping characters up and making sure the other characters on the other end also get less damage on, have less strength on them. So if you do attack them with a rush character or a character that you want to challenge with, they they don't hit you as hard. Of course, we have a card that if you quest with it, you get a total of 4 lore if nothing else quest, which means that you want to challenge with the other cards in that way. So that's a quick and dirty way to have the synergy in this deck. You want to make sure that you don't go straight attack too much with a lot of these characters. You kind of want to set up those combos a little bit before you going into doing more of the damage with these decks. So a lot of fun. So a lot of the main theme with this deck is, of course, introducing the Encanto family going in together. So out of the two, if you're trying to choose what actual starter deck to pick up to just kind of have a little bit bigger chance of winning more games, I would definitely say the Steel Sapphire deck. But this one is a good way to kind of figure out combos and figure out things to play it in different orders together, and not just be like, oh, I'm just gonna play this to have something to play. This one kind of makes you look at different ways to do that before putting the effects down. But the other Steel Sapphire deck also does a very good job of making sure that you're paying attention to the type of character it is, whether it's a hero or not, and then different ways to combo that as well. So that's the first look at both of the starter decks for Chapter 4. Of course, the Steel Sapphire and then the Amber Amethyst going through. Now we're going to be opening up the last booster pack that we got in the last starter deck here. But of course, as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course, hit that bell notification to be notified of other videos as they come out. Again, this Friday, look forward to it. We're going to be having a booster box opening for Chapter 4, seeing what other cards we can get, walking through cards that we haven't seen yet and seeing what synergies they work with and what meta decks they could be put into, or what new decks we could be building with those as well. And if you want to pick up anything here yourself for Chapter 4, of course, check out all your LGSs. That's your local game stores. See what they have available. They do have them from, they just released here on May 17th. You're not going to see any of this stuff in retailers until May 31st. So that's when you have to wait and check that out. But if your LGS around you doesn't have any of these cards, or if you don't have an LGS anywhere near you, you can go ahead and use my link down below to tcgplayer.com, where you can go ahead and look at all the different singles and sealed product you can get for any TCG, which is Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, One Piece, whatever it is that you're looking for. Go ahead and click on that link, check it out, and then see what's available for you. Plus, you can, of course, if you're not looking for Chapter 4 stuff yet, you want to see what other starter decks, when other cards are available there, you can all check all that out at TCG Player. So let's check out what we have in this last booster pack. All right, so the Pegasus, 2 ink cost, inkable, 3-1, and evasive, chance of 1 lore. Bell, 3 ink cost, inkable, 3-3. Here now, don't do that. When you play this character, move up to 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. Gain 1 lore, or chance at 1 lore, sorry. 5 ink cost, inkable, Tor, 4-7, chance at 1 lore. Aurora, 2 ink cost, inkable, has ward, 1-3, chance at 1 lore. Prince Eric, which we've seen already, 3 ink cost, for 3 bodyguard, gain 1 lore. This is Args, the Cyclops, 2 ink cost, inkable, 4-1, chance at 1 lore. Titan though, I'm looking forward to trying to build Titan decks, so more Titans. 6 ink cost, inkable, Nessus, River Guardian, 7-5, chance of 2 lore. We have Olaf, 3 ink cost, inkable, 1-4. Now this also brings in a new mechanic for Chapter 4. You can shift cards in by discarding certain cards. So this one has shift, discard an item card. Before you would have to pay an ink cost in order to shift characters, but now it's kind of giving you a way at what we call free spells. Free spells are ways that you don't use ink to play. So this is shift, discard an item card. Because you may discard an item card to play this on top of one of your characters named Olaf. And of course, Morph. Whenever he quests, each of your other characters gets plus strength equal to this character's strength this turn to lore. So one of the things that you don't really notice here, but it tells you whenever he quests, each of your other characters get plus strength equal to this character's strength this turn. We just saw that in the Sapphire Steel deck, the starter deck. You have a lot of support. Support can be added onto a multitude of cards that have support, that and then when they have support, they can then add that strength to other cards. So if you want to jump a lot of the support to other cards, then finally have it go to this one, then you quest with this, and then all your other characters get that much strength, this turn. It's just very powerful way of combining all your cards, especially in what we saw in all the support in the Steel Sapphire deck. And of course the chance at 2 lore. So very good synergy. I'm expecting to see again more support decks coming in the meta. Maybe 1 or 2 that'll be really at the top this time. Imperial Bow, which we saw already as well. We have Hercules, 16 cost, inkable, 6/5, bodyguard, resist +1, and chance at 2 lore. We had seen on this already. I'm sorry, that was in the Steel Sapphire deck. Nice, 2 legendaries in 3 packs is a fantastic return. So we have 5 ink cost, inkable, 1 and a 5, Cinderella, Singer 9. This one can almost do the whole Sing Together for that Sing Together 10 card on her own. And also, whenever this character sings a song, your other princess characters get +1 lore this turn. You also have a chance of gaining 2 lore with her. Now, this card is going to be definitely seeing a lot of play because it's going to be hitting the chance at synergizing with princess decks. We are seeing a lot of people trying to get princess decks together for this game. So having this quest and then give you other princesses 1 lore, it's going to be having that much closer to having a meta princess deck, which a lot of people are really looking forward to doing. But it's a great legendary hit that we have. Very nice. And then we have a foil common, swing into action, 1 ink cost, inkable. Chosen character gains rush this turn. So have a good way to have somebody get some removal. And then we have the other side of the art card. So wow, 2 legendaries in 2 packs. Very nice. We had a great look at the starter deck. Of course, we don't completely fill everything out here. That's at the top. Looks like it's bottom. And then we have that going at the end. Yeah, see, so we're gonna have to compile those and get those together. Hopefully with the booster box again that's Friday, we can see what we can get together to get that art synergy together as well. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you checking out this video. Please comment down below, what are you looking forward to in chapter 4? Have you picked up the starter decks? Are you going to pick up anything for chapter 4 at all? Are you looking forward to the competitive side now being more effective with the store championships, the challenges, and then them even thinking about different European and North American championships as well, based on the pricing that we saw for the actual Disney challenges and the invitations for the top 8 players? So comment down below, let me know all of that. Of course, let me know how you guys like this video. Do you like seeing starter deck breakdowns this way? Do you want to see it in a different way, or do you not want to see them at all? Let me know down below. It all really helps me understand what you guys are looking forward to, and of course it all helps with the YouTube algorithm in the end. But again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys checking out this video. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be, and I'll see you folks on Friday for that chapter 4 booster box. Take care.